Morena, welcome to another video. It's actually been maybe like 2 weeks since I last shared a video with you all. I just haven't really felt the creativity or the motivation because I've just been quite busy with a lot of other things like projects and family and just the change of season into winter, and just spending quality time with Max on the weekends. So yeah, I haven't really felt inspired to share and create, but yeah, here I am today. I'm just feeling like catching up and sharing what I've been up to and what I'm gonna do today. So today I think I'm just gonna get a few things done this morning that I have on my get to do list, and then I think in the afternoon I'll go out and we need to do some grocery shopping, so I'm going to go to the produce store, so like fruit and veg, and then I am going to go to just like the Woolies, so the supermarket. I think that's all I needed to do today was those two places, and I might go to the library as well, but I'll see how I go for time. So yeah, I've just done a yoga, just a 20-25 minute yoga. I've got a cacao brewing on the stove, so I'm gonna go finish making that, and then I'm gonna do a little breath work, and then yeah, I'm gonna get on with my tasks for the day. Got the fire on because I mean we're fully in winter now. Winter is June, July, August, and we're like June 9th. And I really felt the shift, like as soon as it went from autumn to winter officially, I really have felt the shift in the air, like it's very, very cold in the morning. So Max usually he leaves for work early, but he'll leave the fire going. So when I get up, I just have to stoke it a little bit. And it's mostly for the cats as well, because I just feel so bad for them to be in this cold lounge room. So yeah, the fire's on, and yeah, it's pretty cozy and warm in here, and which I'm very grateful for. But I'm gonna go check my cacao now. Okay, so we've got some yogurt going in our Instant Pot. So I need to check it because it's been on all night. well, basically it's just keeping it warm so that it can develop the bacteria. So it's not really doing that much, but yeah, it's still going because I wanted it to be a little bit thicker, so I thought I'd leave it on for a bit longer. So I'm just going to check it now. Yeah, like I was saying, it does look a little bit gross, but once it's stirred and then like sits in the fridge, it's really yummy. So it's not quite ready, so I'm going to leave it going for a bit longer. And yeah, I was going to make some elderberry syrup, but I want to use the Instant Pot for the elder syrup, so that is not going to be first on my list. Let me see what else is on my list. Okay, so the next thing on my list is to collect some mugwort. So that is that is growing out in the garden, so I'm going to go out now. So I don't know if anyone will notice, because we didn't really I never really showed much of this area in my other vlogs, just because it was always like boring. There was just chairs sitting here. But me and Max went to the op shop recently, and I walked in and I found this. Oh, it's covered in stuff, so let me tidy up a little bit so you can actually see. So basically we got this table, which is like a wooden table, and then these chairs, which are really, really comfortable, and I just love the blue color. Me and Max both love blue. It was only $67 for the table and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they're 5 chairs. There might be a 6th chair, but I'm not sure where it is. But anyway, a big table and 5 chairs for $67, and it's wood and so beautiful. And we were kind of wanting a table, but we just didn't really want to like spend lots of money on one. And we did want to get one secondhand. Yeah, and then we just walked into this op shop randomly and we saw it and brought it home. So we were very happy with that. And we've also moved a few things around. So there used to be like a really big wardrobe here, but we've put that in a spare room, and we've just got this wee Duchess here where I have my like kind of altar on, like nature altar. You can see some tarot cards that I've pulled. We repotted this plant, which is looking so healthy, so we're really happy with that. And then actually this monstera, we had, excuse the vacuum, this monstera I had taken a cutting of actually, and I had just been keeping it in a jar of water for like I don't know, maybe like 2 months, and it just grew really healthy roots. And then it was only like last week that Max got some of the potting mix for monsteras, and we put him in here. But this little leaf even grew from the cutting as well. So yeah, if anyone's ever wondered about growing monstera from cuttings, it worked really, really well for me. And I'm really happy with this wee guy. So got that, and then yeah, this is the other big kind of situation. This book, I don't know what is it called, TV cabinet. Anyway, that's actually a TV behind there, but we don't watch TV, so I've covered it with this wall hanging. Anyway, we're feeling really happy with kind of how this lounge dining area is now, because before it was just way too cluttered, because this is all furniture that's been left here. This place is like kind of semi-furnished as a rental, so we just wanted to like make it a lot more open and spacious in here. So we're still in the process, but we're pretty happy with how it is for now. I'm going to finish my cacao and then go outside. Okay, while I'm here, while I'm outside with my gumboots on, I'm gonna go and see if there's any eggs from the girls. Usually, gosh, this cold makes my nose run. Usually at the moment, only 2 of them are laying, which is the shavers. Yes, there's 2 eggs in there. So yeah, we got 2 eggs because it is just the shavers laying at the moment. But yeah, I do know that in the autumn and winter, majority of them tend to stop laying, and that the only reason you can still buy eggs from the supermarket is because those places use artificial lighting and things like that to force the chickens to lay still every day, which in my opinion is really wrong, and I don't agree with that at all, which is why I stopped eating eggs in the first place like 10 years ago. But these girls that we have are fully free range, so they just lay when they want to lay, which is cool. So I'm going to take these all inside. So I've just put the mugwort on a bit of newspaper, and I'm just going to leave that there for the day until Max gets home and he can help me use the dehydrator. So normally I would just dry this like on a bit of newspaper down in the hallway cupboard, but because there's quite a lot of it and there's too much to put on the hallway cupboard, I'm going to use the dehydrator. But I am not 100% sure how to use it, so I'm going to get Max to help me when he gets home. So I think I'm going to make the elderberry syrup now. It's really fast in the Instant Pot because it just uses the pressure cook setting. So yeah, I'm going to get the elderberries out of the freezer. I'm just having a quick snack because the only thing I've had this morning is cacao, and it's like 1 o'clock. These are actually feijoas from my garden. So they're obviously fully organic, so I could eat the skin if I wanted to, but I'm not a huge fan. But I just love feijoas. While that was pressure cooking, I made myself one of my egg yolk coffees, yolky coffees. But I did decaf, and I did my steamed milk myself. I just love like hot drinks and making hot drinks like really yummy and delicious. But I'm going to take this takeaway with me, and I'm going to go out to the shops to get some groceries. I like to sprinkle cinnamon on the top as well. So yeah. Got back from the shops. I didn't film anything when I was in the supermarket because I actually just get quite overwhelmed. I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but when I'm in like really busy shopping areas where there's like lots of hustle and bustle, my brain kind of like goes into survival mode. I've just got my list and I'm like on a mission to get my stuff and get out of there. So yeah, I didn't film anything in there. But you would have seen I went to the library. I got a few books I'll show you now. The light is fading quite fast because it is winter, so it's getting dark like in an hour or two, so sorry about that. But I had 2 books on hold. I really should talk a lot more on this channel about all the books that I read, because I read a lot I read a lot of fiction, fantasy and non-fantasy, but I also read a lot of non-fiction. So maybe one day I'll do a video on my favorite books or something like that. Let me know if you guys are interested in that sort of thing. But I love talking about books because I just love reading. So I got A Torch Against the Night, which is the second book. So yeah, it's a fantasy story. The first book is really, really good. I can't remember what the name of the first book is, but if you look up Sabata here, the author, you'll probably find it. The first book I could not put down, and I'm so excited for this. She's a really amazing author. And then the second book I got that was on hold is Goldfinch. Again, a really good series. This is by Raven Kennedy. The first book I was a bit like wasn't so keen on the writing style, and it felt a bit like superficial or kind of like predictable. But as the books have gone on, they've gotten less predictable and more like kind of intoxicating and enticing. So I think this is the last book in the series. I'm so excited to read this. I literally only finished the book before this like 3 days ago, so it's still really fresh in my mind. And yeah, it's a really beautiful story. So don't know which one I'm going to read first out of these two. The last book I got was one that I just found there, which is Ayurveda Bible, because if you've watched my other videos, you'll know that I practice a lot of Ayurvedic wisdom into my lifestyle, and I'm really passionate about this life science. And this book just looked like quite a simple book, but there's also a lot of good spices at the back, and herbs that I am really interested in. So yeah, just thought I would have a little look through that. So that was just on the shelves in the library. And yeah, that's all the books I got. I actually have just started another book on my e-reader, so I'm gonna have to finish that fast. But that book is by Kristen Hanna, who's an amazing author, and it's called The Woman. So I think she's quite a popular author, so if you love fiction novels with like woman heroine characters, you probably know of her. But yeah, it's a really good book so far, already kind of breaking my heart like all of her books do, but that's kind of what I love about her writing and her stories. So yeah, I might have to finish that pretty quickly. Okay, as you can see, it's really dark now, so it's like 5 p.m. and I am just making a miso noodle soup for our dinner tonight. So I'm going to crack on with that, and I've got to do the dishes and finish the elderberry syrup. So I've got quite a bit to do. I've got to put the fire on, but I have fed the cats, which is good for them. But Max is going to be home soon, so I'm going to say goodbye to you guys now. So yeah, thank you guys for being here this morning with me, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.